Good morning, it's Charlotte Robinson from the Thunder Bay Chamber of Commerce. I wanted to provide a short update on the announcements that were made yesterday by the Prime Minister with regarding to some of the government programs. So the most important announcement yesterday was regarding the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. And so that's the subsidy that provides employers with 75% of earnings up to $847 per week per employee for up to 12 weeks, retroactive back to March 15th. So yesterday the Prime Minister announced several important changes that will help more businesses to access the funding and respond to some of the concerns that we have heard from our members over the previous week. So businesses will now be able to compare their revenue to the same month last year, or to use an average of January and February 2020 revenues. This will help new and growing firms who may not have qualified previously based on the comparison to the same month in 2019. So it provides some flexibility in the calculations for comparative purposes. In addition, for eligibility now, a business needs only to demonstrate a 15% reduction in gross revenues for March. So that has changed from the original announcement of 30% reduction in gross revenues for March. The 30% reduction will still be required to receive the subsidy in April and May, but for March it has been reduced to 15%. So that is great news. In addition, the program will now allow businesses to use either accrual or cash accounting methods. Previously, it indicated that you had to use your standard accounting method, and some businesses were finding that that was not very helpful for them. And so the business will be allowed to make the decision at the start as to which kind of accounting method they want to use for the calculations, and we'll use that similar accounting method throughout the process. They've also announced that employer-paid employment insurance and Canada Pension Plan premiums will be part of the reimbursement. And they have indicated that registered charities and not-for-profits are eligible to apply for the wage subsidy, and they will have a choice whether or not to include any government funding in the revenue calculations for eligibility based on revenue loss. So some good news on that front. We're still waiting for the House of Commons to pass the legislation. So as soon as that happens, we're hopeful that this will be up and running and businesses can start to apply. And the Prime Minister did indicate yesterday that they are working towards a 3-week turnaround to get the money into the hands of business as soon as possible. Now, one other thing that the Prime Minister mentioned during his press conference yesterday was with regard to the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. And we're hearing a lot of comments from our members around the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. This is the $2,000 per month that's available in lieu of employment insurance. And basically, the way that the program is set up now is that you can't have worked any hours, you can't have any employment income. And so Prime Minister Trudeau hinted yesterday that there will be announcements coming within the next few days, which will expand the eligibility for the response benefit to allow individuals to work up to 10 hours per week. So we'll be watching for those details, hopefully today or early next week, as we know that that will help a lot of employers who do have, maybe 1 or 2 days of work for their staff, but aren't able to keep them employed full-time. And so this will allow those employees to still be eligible for the response benefit in addition to having a few hours of work. So I hope this is helpful information. Once again, our office is here to help you, and feel free to give us a call, 624-2626, or email us. My email is charla@tvchamber.ca. More than happy to hear your questions, answer anything that I can, and to provide you with whatever assistance we can. In the meantime, have a wonderful Thursday and all the best this Easter weekend to you and your family, and please stay safe. Take care.